said, well, it's just like I'm going to work at hospital. It's just like you take a divorce from your wife and you get a house next door and hoping that you still get some benefits. It's just that situation here. So all these people I see right from get-go, my first year meeting some of the psychiatrists that gave me encouragement to the town, to the young students that I worked in the last few months. It's been an amazing journey. This is one of the best towns to live in. I didn't know anything about it. I had no idea. I was almost jobless by September. And I came here and took this job. I know Dr. Montgomery interviewed me and gave me some good advice. It's just everything falls through if you have a heart in something. And I have my heart in teaching, in people. And lucky for me, my family is with me, and this is a great thing. I don't usually write things down, right? But it's like an Oscar speech, and if you don't thank somebody, they're going to get pissed off for the rest of the time. So, first of all, I'd like to thank my wife, that she has always been my encouragement, advisor. Sometimes she's very unhappy when I make some jokes, probably. I get some looks at her, but it doesn't stop me, so that's good. It doesn't stop me. She just tells me something, but we are good friends for the last 40 plus years. It's been amazing that she has stuck around with me. I've offended her family quite often, but we are still part of that. Of course, you have to think your family. When you are not in psychiatry, you don't realize. When you go in psychiatry, you realize how thankful you are for whatever your parents are. No matter how you thought they were crazy, no matter what it is. When you see some other people's stories, you realize that your parents were not that bad. Not that my parents were bad, but I'm just saying that. And my siblings that encouraged me to come here, and it's been just a good thing, good decision to come. I was 29 when I came to this country, didn't know how to drive, and they kind of helped me with those baby steps. It was amazing. And the next, of course, I grew up in a school that was so forward and advanced, and that's where I brought this teaching style with me. A lot of people at that time, we were this teaching style, there was like almost like a Montessori kind of, you learn. If you encourage these people, you treat them right, and you learn. So that was the school that I went to. My father was a high school principal and was a great teacher, and so I emulate him, and my family is believing in some of those kind of things that I teach. So it was very easy, I think. It came all falling to pieces to do that. And of course, you go to medical school, and it was one of the worst unhappy time of my life. Think about leaving the school. I walked out of some of the classes thinking that I would never want to come back here. There were a few friends that gave me encouragement. There were some pictures here and there of them. And those were good things. My classmates were great. And then I came to this country and I did my residency in Syracuse. And again, a couple of good mentors. That's what you need. You need a couple of good people that help you out. And you suck all the good things out of them. And they really encourage you to do well. Stay away from negative people, even in your classmates and other people that are making noise, telling bad things, this person is not right. Try to stay away from that. And so that was great. I would like to thank them, Dr. Divan, Dr. Masan, those were my mentors. And then coming here, it's been a great journey, right from get-go. I was working with Dr. Kramer. He was one of the psychiatrists. Some of the people in this area know him well. He had a temper. I'm sure Dr. Montgomery probably heard some shoutings from his office to his office coming next door. But he was so good to me. His family was good to me. Gloria and Kramer were very good to me. He's the part of the reason why this school has survived. He went to Montgomery. He didn't listen to Dean at the Birmingham, and Paula and all those people really fought to keep this school here while UH was supposed to close this school. History would have been completely different at this point. So I'd like to thank him. And then our staff, amazing staff at UAB. I've been blessed with that. dean's office staff, whether it's Scott or Paula, other support staff. It's been just amazing. This has been very supportive people. I have my own days. I write some nasty emails to them. They don't tell me much, but they stick to their guns. They have let me down quite often, but that's okay. It's a learning experience. I always want to park in the places that I'm not supposed to park. I find my ways to park. I'm a little bit of a difficult child, and I think the school will be happy to see me go. And Jeff, you never knew this part, did you? Sorry. But Dr. Chappell knows that, probably. He should have stopped it. He should have stopped it way back. And I'd like to thank Dr. Berg. I think the school doesn't speak highly of him. But I do. I really respect him. He was really a guy that encouraged me to take this position when Dr. Kramer was fired by him. So he had like nowhere to go. He said, will you take this position? I said, sure. So not only that, but he was really good. He had a lot of problems, a lot of heads rolled out of his office. We had like every department chair changing every year or so. It was good because we could go out and interview and had nice dinner with people that are interviewing. But hey, the heads were just rolling left and right. But I survived. I had a good time with him. He really encouraged me to do different things. Make me more methodical in my ways. He would ask us to write down our objectives, do things. And I think that was a good training too, to be more management side. And he's the reason why we have this building. I know Dr. Chappell and Dr. Berg went quite sometimes, I think they would have probably fought, I think. But still, he was a different kind of person. He was from North and had different viewpoints for different things. But good mentor for me, and I really loved working with him. And then Dr. Centaur, he came and he really let us do things that we want to do in our own way. And that was good too. He's a good teacher, and I learned a few things about how to teach and how not to behave. Sometimes I learned also with him. He's not here, so I can say that. But he did let me do whatever way I want to work and run the things. And Dr. Smoligan has been boon in the last 2 years, has been great. And school will be in good hands. He has been recruiting well. He has recruited 2 psychiatrists after I leave. So those are child psychiatrists, and I know them well, so I helped him in that. I feel good about this department. Dr. Yedla is a great worker and has never said no to my request, except some of the things, but I'm not going to go into those details. And then Bill and Cleo, I don't know, last 20 years has been amazing. Dr. Monsieur, Bill, Cleo, it's been just a great journey. They've been like laughing. If there would have been a tape recorder or a camera, we all probably would have lost our job for kind of jokes we made, kind of offensive thing we say to each other. Sometimes Cleo has thrown shoes at me and Bill, but she's a good sport. She's a good sport. We made fun of her, but she always came back next day to work. And Bill has been amazing. I don't know how he does it, maintaining 2 jobs and helping our patients out. I would like to thank all the faculty that has been with me, even the younger one that has to learn to say my name by first name, from Dr. VASAVADA, Dr. Tarak. And so not only UAB faculty, but outside faculty has been amazing here. I could never realize before I came here, when you work in the big institutions, you always think that that's the only thing, but I didn't realize community teaching is so great. And I learned some of those things from other doctors, how to teach better, how to do well. Dr. Najar, Dr. Alapati, some of those are the greatest teacher we have, I think. And now Dr. Fury is there too. And so why do I get this many awards? I'm not sure. I never gave that secret out. But I think I treat the students well. I treat students well. That's if they are my students, they are my kids. I tell them sometimes very personal advice. I tell them sometimes about life stories. I treat them, I protect them. I give them work. I give them a lot of freedom to do. I let them blossom. I put them in front line to do things. And that is going away. Shame on us in some sense that we don't even let medical students do much. Other day I was asking them to put the medications and they could not do that. That function has been taken away. They can't even enter the medications in our medical records here. Shame on us in some sense that we do these things. But anyway, those, and I laugh with them at the same time, but if I see them not doing well, I reach out to them and tell them what could be done right. But not sure why they give me awards, but maybe they have seen something in me and they have given me awards, and I'm very thankful for those things. And again, our whole school has bright future, will do well, and I would like to thank the other side of the fence where I'm going, Huntsville Hospital. Started with Dr. Green, who supported me to take this position, and our Huntsville Hospital psych staff. It's amazing, one of the best staff I work with. Our therapy staff, our administration staff, and of course, way up the administration has been fun to work with. The hospital has changed a lot. Faith and I go a long way back. We both are from upstate New York when we were there, and so we compare notes sometimes. The hospital has changed a lot. There are some rules, and some of those rules are hard to follow. But hospital is really good about making us realize what is right and wrong. And sometimes we get offended by these kind of things, but if you take a step back, a lot of times those rules are good. The hospital physicians, I can't believe how much I've enjoyed working with them, especially with staff from ER doctors, other consultees, other people that I work with. It's been a pleasure, you know. I take my work as fun also, as you can see that. People have called me as a walking antidepressant. So if you come around with me, you have to laugh. That's my goal. And so I will keep that smile and work hard. And again, I am just taking a divorce and getting a house next door.
Get the benefits. Before you go, I want to present you with a special gift.
I still forgot to say a few thanks to the community people, community organizations that have given me so much. MASA, Mental Health Center, VA, the staff from there. It's been just amazing. I just reach out to everywhere. I don't say no to things quite often. And you burden yourself for a while, but I think in the big picture, you get reward. So keep that in mind. Don't just hide in your cocoon. Make things uncomfortable and do it. I was never a good orator when I came here, but I learned a lot how to speak well, and that's been a great journey. Thank you, Dr. Alapati, for coming.
Thank you so much, Dr. VASAVADA. And we want to present you with this beautiful rocking chair. It says Tarek VASAVADA.